Yeah, more Doom Eternal. So I think I might have sorted the mic problem. I genuinely think a PC restart has done it. But nevertheless, I was right in assuming that I would get sick the other night. I am ill, so how I'm going to do this is I'm just going to be muted for most of the time. I just want to get through the game. But whenever I get to the end of a mission, I am going to read out the new lore and shit, so... because this is still like a lore-based playthrough, but... yeah, like, I'm not gonna speak the whole time. It's not like I have much to say anyways, but... I just rant on, I just know that about highly specific things, but I can do that when I'm reading out the lore codexes and stuff anyways. That's, whatever. So apologies if it is very quiet. I'm actually going to turn up the game audio as well, but compared to the last stream. But yeah, apologies if for whatever reason you miss hearing me talk. I guess I don't know. But I feel like complete shit, so I won't be speaking outside of the end of every mission, I guess. So I'll leave it there. Yeah. See you soon. I guess that's. I don't know. If you do end up watching, I don't know. Enjoy the gameplay. I guess it's just fucking Doom Eternal gameplay, but yeah, I don't know. Come watch some neat gameplay. I guess. Sure. Dark Ages is out in a few days. Just a few days. It's the 7th of May. It's technically out on the 13th. I should be able to play on the 13th, but I am going to be busy next week as well. So, but look, it's not like I was going to get it done all in one day. Anyways, like I'm going to take my time with that game. It's going to be multiple streams. Yeah. Anyways, I'm going to get on with it. See you later. I'm saying that like I'm ending the stream, right? I will speak again when I get to the end of this mission. Yeah, that's all I really have to say, anyways. So enjoy, I guess. I don't know. It's doing this thing again. I've got to restart the game.
Okay. Lol. Okay, yeah, sure, whatever.
It was not easy to fight. Worthy of the Slayer, but I think you will be impressed.
Yeah, I'm so sorry. I don't know what. Yeah, it's a weird issue of the map, I guess. I don't know. I yeah, sure, whatever. Okay. Um. Yeah, weird issue. I've never had that before. I don't remember that ever being a thing, but whatever. Maybe it's the hardware issue. I'm not just sure. Anyways. I've been sitting here listening to one of the old like Germa home streams for some reason. I don't I don't fucking know why, but yeah, sure I guess it's entertainment. Yeah.
What? Not the who from the demon to us. The Khan Maker has you to thank for the gift of Argent energy. It is you who are responsible for your people's suffering. Welcome, Slayer. thought you would appreciate the sentry I chose. The great Argadon hunters from the Telos realm, though long thought to be extinct, created to hunt only the Slayer and his Night Sentinels during the Unholy Crusades. Some improvements on their design have been made. Enjoy what is undoubtedly my finest work. Useless machine, attack! We are not done yet. Excellent. Smash the heretic. not seek enhanced power? Gifts to aid him in his noble conquest, perhaps in return for my...
Hello. Right. Time to read some fucking lore. Blood Hunt Chocolate. Yeah, I forgot you get like little bonuses. Boss fights. Oh, I forgot about the challenges. Yeah, I need to bear those in mind. Oh, I'm so sorry if I'm like really sniffling and shit. I need to blow my nose. Hold on. Oh, I've taken something to, like, you know, try and halt the flow of, you know, to stop the nose from doing nose things, but yeah, I'm so sorry if you hear like sniffling and shit. What was I gonna say though? Shit, what was I just gonna say? I was just gonna say something. I doubt it was that important anyways. Yeah, let's read some lore. There's some lore to read. Actually, I say like, oh, this is gonna be a stream where I don't say I'm just gonna be muted for most of it, but I might end up in a call later. Some friends or something, so we'll see.
Our system is being corrupted.
This game has come far enough.
I will have her transmission removed in a moment.
Despite the loss of the priests, Earth will fall, and my people will survive. I will answer the humans' prayers, reward those that believe.
This hub was of Maker design. She knows the systems well.
The final priest will be moved to a more discreet location, so our work can continue without further disruption.
The third Hell Priest signal is no longer visible to us. There is a 41.3% increase of demonic activity at the nexus of the initial invasion. That is the largest gore nest on Earth. I will set the portal coordinates for the super gore nest now.
Oh, what country was that? Where? Oh yeah, I can get the bliss now. Where is that? Is that Italy? That's Italy though, yeah, but is that where that's coming from? Oh my god! I'm so sorry about the nose. I'm assuming that's like meant to be emanating from Italy. Basic geography has failed me. Get the ballista. Look at that. No new art. Okay. Yeah, I've got some fucking stuff to read. So Doom Hunter base. So there's the Doom Hunter base. So the city below was a Sentinel settlement then. Yeah, because they do like say that in Greenland there was a Sentinel settlement. Settlement. The UAC's Polar Cultist facility is... Wait, hold on. Let me just make sure that my mic audio isn't actually been adjusted automatically again. It hasn't been. Okay. So I did fix it. Cool. The UAC's Polar Cultist facility is built around the ruins of an ancient Argenta settlement constructed over 60 million years ago, during Argent Denor's extraterrestrial expansion. Frozen carcasses of the Agadon hunters. I can't wait to fight the original Agadon hunters in Dark Ages. That's gonna be really fucking fun. They look great. Frozen carcasses of the Agadon hunters have been located in the glacial wastes surrounding the complex. And though their DNA structure reveals them to be indigenous to Earth, there is still no fossilized record of these creatures beyond the frozen territories of the Argenta settlement. Carbon dating of the remarkably well-preserved beasts suggests that they are nearly 80 million years old, predating all other known forms of complex Earth-based life. Continuing the cyberdemonic experimentation that began on Mars, the cultist study of the Agadon's potential for resurrection and cyber augmentation. A similar program occurred at this location a millennia ago, and Deeg priests, often cited as Hell priests, bred the creatures and genetically modified them to function as Doom Hunters, fearsome mutants designed to battle the Doomslayer and his Night Sentinels during the unholy crusades on Argent D'Nur. Sentinel records corroborate this through their military texts, with many reports of these creatures among the ranks of the demonic forces assaulting the armies of the North during the Argenta Civil War. Once the UAC cultist movement publicly announced its intentions for Earth, the cyber-demonic program was revealed to be focused on updating the Doom Hunter schematics, upgrading their combat prowess. A new assembly center was constructed near the cultist facility, and a powerful grav tram allowed UAC workers to safely transport the biological and mechanical components needed for the process. The resurrection of an Agadon hunter requires cutting-edge technology be used in conjunction with occult rituals conducted by the UAC's necrosurgeons, an unholy fusion of science and sorcery. Oh my god, my nose. So there are like prior Doom Hunter versions we never saw. I read part 3, didn't I? Yeah, there's a fair few of those. Doom Hunter. I've got to read Ranak as well. I love his design. I really love his design. Wait, hold on. I've just noticed something. So... Ooh, okay. Okay, wait. So his for example, like, okay, so you look at Nilox. Is this Nilox? You look at Nilox's, like, human model. Oh, shit. You look at Nilox's human model and you see, like, okay, his body is covered up, but you have his, like, his human head. And it's different with his, like, corrupted body. And you see it actually corrupted as well as his head. I've just noticed, with Ranak, they forgot to change the actual, like, body, torso, arms. They put gloves on him, though, but they forgot to change the... Oh, shit. They forgot to change the torso to reflect the human head. So he still has a corrupted torso. So that was an error, I guess. They happen. But I've just noticed that. So... Dark Viceroy to the Chaos Throne, Ranak has long served as one of Hell's emissaries on Earth, laying the foundation for the planet's inevitable invasion. In secrecy, Ranak has prepared the Hellgate, awaiting the omen of the Sixth Seal, which signals the Age of Rapture, which will cleanse Earth as foretold by the Maker Prophets. Ranak worked closely with Olivia Pierce during the development of the original Mars project, and since her death, he has taken over total control over the UAC. Of the UAC, sorry. His promises of wealth, power, and everlasting life have corrupted the organization from within, absolving its employees of their moral conscience, accelerating the sacrifice of Earth in exchange for the lure of Argent energy and the promise of undying union within Hell. Deeg Ranak previously served the king of Argent D'Nur as a sentinel priest, guiding the Argenta's spiritual growth as a hallowed figure. After the betrayal, he abandoned his homeworld, working on the behalf of the Calm Maker, and personally overseeing the transformation of viable planets. Ranak has constructed a veritable fortress in the polar caps to protect him during his dark work. Cool. Which is the cultist base. Wait, hold on. Polar caps. Where is that? Polar caps, motherfucker. That shit was in Greenland. Alright, cool. Doom Hunter, which is here instead of the Super Heavies, I think. No, I'm sure it'll be there as well. Once a race of beast-like hunters, the Doom Hunter creature was known to Sentinel warriors in ages past as lethal stalkers of the Metal Age. Extracted from the frozen depths of the polar tundra, the Doom Hunter belongs to an ancient race uncovered during cultist excavation in the remote Arctic. Preserved below the frozen ice for millions of years, the unearthed remains of this creature are deemed suitable for reconstruction, becoming the subject of cultist necro-regenerative bioexperimentation. Within the remote cultist citadel, a high-tech ritual altar which towers over the Golgothan ruins, the Doom Hunter was ceremoniously and systematically resurrected and rebuilt. While the majority of its components are now cybernetic, it retains a high degree of mental faculty, a sentient, brutal hunting instinct augmented with the armaments of a tank division. I swear I've read that already, but I'm reading it again. Demons. I've got a few to read, yeah. Pinky Prowler. No, I've already read the Prowler. Because it showed up in Doom Hunters there as well. Yeah. And I've read the Prowler already because it showed up in a Slayergate. Because it mentions the Night Stalker, how they're related to the imps. Yeah. Pinky. As hell emerged on Earth, the Pinky began to appear on terrestrial soil in great number, rapidly becoming the bane of existence to Ark military fortifications. Utilizing its armored frontal carapace, the Pinky is able to penetrate defensive encampments, breaking through walled defenses and using its ramming ability to upturn and immobilize armored vehicles. Arc deployments dependent on their ability to hold the line against encroaching forces of their ability to hold the line against encroaching forces of hell could be disrupted and even overtaken by a single Pinky, were able to penetrate and break through their defensive matrix, allowing a greater demon influx to pour in after it. The Ark rapidly prioritized the target status of the Pinky, issuing high-range bombardment to prevent the Pinky from gaining proximity. So these fuckers really did a number on Ark. Okay, or on the Ark. Carcass. The product of inhuman biomechanical engineering, the Carcass was created in the remote labs of the Cultist Enclave. Neither truly living nor dead, it exists in a state of partial reanimation. Its cybernetic armature simulating a living impulse within a decaying organic host, devised as a means of extending a soldier's usefulness in combat after death. The unliving host can only be destroyed by severing the body from its cybernetic implants. Yeah, the carcasses are fucking nasty. Very gore, but very nasty. That's everything, because I've read the Dread Knights as well, because they also showed up in the prior Slayergate. Yeah. Oh yeah, weapons as well. Rocket launcher. I've got to read the rocket launcher, super shotgun, and ballista. We'll do the ballista now. The weapon of choice for Sentinel marksmen. It is said that in Sentinel battle lore, that a single battalion of archers defended the walled city of Ilkana for 10 days and 10 nights, armed only with their ballistas. A precise weapon, the ballista fires a twin beam of superheated argent, vaporizing its target on impact. I've read the equipment launch, haven't I? Yeah. Rocket launcher. Forged from the metal smelting pits of the Golgothan Enclave, the Paingiver is a weapon of pure malice devised for a singular purpose, to enact suffering upon the weak. A tool of insidious intent, it was not by mortal design that the Paingiver was conceived. The cultist engineers of Golgotha, as acolytes of the unholy and all-powerful will of the Hellpriest Rannoch, were bestowed its vision. Scribes to Rannoch's dark premonition. With great clarity did the Paingiver reveal itself to the shared consciousness of the Golgothan acolytes. With fervor and religious zealotry did they set themselves towards its manifestation, toiling without rest until the Paingiver was created. Super shotgun. This one's a bit longer, it's 2 paragraphs. A weapon from the Slayer's past, this double-barrel shotgun displays ornate, undeciphered filigree carvings. It also includes a modification, a twin-pronged hook anchored with a retractable chain designed for underbarrel usage. Though the firearm appears to be of earthly design, the meat hook attachment is comprised of non-terran materials, suggesting some level of prior history off-world. Its place in the Slayer's arsenal in Hell has already been recorded, as noted in the following translation from the Ungmar Codex. Quote, "The sting of the Slayer's abominable arsenal casts fear into the lowest of our kin. Its blazing barrels of brimstone spew his vitriol and loathing upon us, and cast our brethren to the dirt. Mark the venom of his chosen apparatus of agony, the diabolical musket, Lucifer's bane, its claw of pig iron gouging the flesh of the martyr and hurrying him upon us. Curse the name of his beloved treasure. Curse the hell walker's device of torment. We shall cast it into the smelter and gild his entrails with the slurry." Okay, that's everything. I'm gonna mute now because I really need to blow my nose. Sorry. Hello, RGB. I should really put just on the stream. So I'm ill. I'm doing just a lore playthrough, I guess. When I get to the end of each mission, I'm gonna read lore. But like just while playing, I'm gonna be muted. Fuck it. Yeah. Let me hold on. Sorry. Like I streamed the other day and I felt like I was getting sick, and then I got sick. So I haven't had any energy, but I'm free today, so I'm trying to just get through Eternal in time for Dark Ages. Yeah, let me just put that just in case if anyone happens to join, on the rare circumstance that anyone joins, they'll know. Hold on, I haven't set up a text thing yet actually. Hold on. It's massive. Oh my god, it's massive. Put it there. That looks okay. Okay, cool. Let me just add some. That's background opacity, isn't it? I don't want that. Outline. Okay, that should be alright. So yeah, apologies if I'm not here, but it's like, oh, I don't really have much to say anyways, but I'm sick, and I'm sure you don't want to hear me like sniffling and shit, so. But, yeah, okay.
Please remain calm. You may notice a slight change in the environment. Fear not. It's all part of the plan.
The Super Gornest location is nearby. This is the site where the invasion began, the oldest and most corrupted location on the planet. The Ark fought hard, but they were eventually driven out by the demons.
humans transition into their new world a comfortable one. is the melting pot of the universe.
They should have made the game more overstimulating. Yeah, this one is more overstimulating compared to 2016, isn't it? I wonder how, I wonder how fucking what do you call it? Hold on. Yeah, I wonder how Dark Ages will fare in comparison. Honestly, I mean, because of it being a slower, typical, like kind of generally slower paced game from what we've seen, and the fact that you are grounded, you're not flying around as much, I'm sure it will be. Well, I'm sure it will be less overstimulation. But I mean, you can like customize the difficulty specifically to your liking, so I don't know. Yeah. Probably a lot less brighter colors. Yeah, yeah. The art design is generally like it looks like it's more in line with 2016. It's darker. It's kind of grittier, which I can appreciate because I love Eternal's art design, but at the same time they did have something really good with 2016. But I think the lack of different environments is what kind of does it for me with 2016. It's just like it's amazing, but by the end of the game, 13 missions in, you are kind of sick. At least I kind of get sick of just seeing the UAC or Hell and just like a gritty, darker Hell. I think Doom Eternal did wonders for like modern Doom art design stuff for a few reasons, but at the same time, it can be a bit oversaturating. You've got the different render modes now. I was very tempted to put one of them on to have it be more in line with 2016, but yeah. Because the thing is, to me, like, that's really washed out. And I'm sure it looks better on some missions, but that just doesn't look right to me. But I don't know, maybe that's because I'm used to the default, like, render mode for Eternal.
Two more keys will be required to open the passage. Find them.
Sometimes evolution just needs a little push. And here at the UAC, we push hard. This is the heart of the nest. It has taken root in this facility's main power generator. Reactivating the generator will destroy the nest.
Oh, sorry, I was just muted. I was just speaking. Yeah, Empowered Demons are neat. because I forgot. Yeah, it was original. I mean, I don't know if it still is, but originally it was that they were a demon that killed a player in their own campaign. Yeah, but I like keeping it on because it's just extra challenge. But they kind of, it's one of the things that they kind of fucked the implementation of, and then they just never really kind of went back to revise it. But yeah, they're neat. I do hate that, like, if you want to tab out of 2016 or Eternal, like, you can't just send it to window borderless. Like, it doesn't work properly. You have to fully tab out. It's a pain in the arse, and I hope to God that Dark Ages isn't like that. Yeah.
Don't be afraid. Once your soul has been consumed.
You now have access to the Heart Chamber. The generator is in a dormant state. 2 nearby control terminals will need to be manually activated to restore full power. Unlocking the left terminal room now. Of power has been restored. The second control terminal still requires activation to destroy the nest.
Ask not what we can do for you.
At this time,
Ask what you can do for us. Do not run from our mortal challenge. Be a good opponent.
Eternal. Shattered Eternal, really, Rick. Hello, you fucker.
Your blood sacrifice today makes for a better tomorrow.
fortified barrier has opened. This air shaft will provide access to the generator's control terminal.
I've got to restart the game because it won't even let me like access the tab menu for some reason. I mean, maybe not even restart the game. Let me just reload the save, and if that doesn't work, then yeah. Hopefully this should just fix it. There we go, that fixed it. I've still got to do a secret encounter. Oh, are they counting the... Oh no, there is a secret encounter there, and then I've still got to do the Slayer Gate, obviously. Okay. Alright, cool. That's fine. Hold on. Let me just set something up quickly. Sorry this is taking so long. I just want to make sure I've got this sorted out.